Let's face it, dating can be extremely complicated and challenging for anyone, let alone being a fully disabled quadriplegic who literally needs assistance with everything from getting dressed, showering, going to the bathroom, help with my meals. It's a lot. And naturally, when I first started to experience physical weakness as a result of my condition, that was something that I was very insecure about. And I really struggled with the idea that I was deserving of love. I didn't think that I was capable of ever meeting somebody who would find me attractive, who would want to take on my lifestyle and all of the necessary things that are required to help keep me alive. I worried about not being able to provide or fulfill someone emotionally, physically, due to my many limitations. And I had to do a lot of work on myself to understand that those were just my own superficial projections that I was putting out onto other people, because I am deserving of love. I am sexy. And in fact, I have a lot to offer. I'm a hopeless romantic. I love love. But more than that, I love making people feel special, valued, appreciated. I love surprises. I love spoiling my partner. I just love making people recognize their worth. And for me, I'm one of those people that I've always preferred giving gifts rather than receiving them. And I think one of the greatest gifts that you can give somebody is to make them feel loved and appreciated. I am bisexual. I came out to my family and friends when I was 24, which was a difficult journey for me because prior to that, I did everything that I could to hide that aspect of my personality. I was always embarrassed and ashamed of the fact that I liked men, and growing up Catholic, it was indoctrinated in me that that was an abomination, and so I always felt this extreme guilt about my attraction to the same sex. Now I'm at a place where my condition has really taught me that it's important to live for me and to do what makes me happy. I've learned to follow my heart and not be so wrapped up in what other people think about me and their judgments. I've only dated women. I've never been in an official relationship with a man, although I've had intimate moments with men. Up until now, I was just never really able to get to a place where I was comfortable emotionally, especially being out in public with another guy. And now I am open to being in a relationship with a guy. As cliche as it sounds, I've also been able to learn to appreciate that it really is what's on the inside that matters most. Because the physical attributes and the physical attraction, that eventually will fade. And I just need so much more than that at this point in my life. I need to be intellectually stimulated. I need somebody that's going to keep me on my toes, somebody that's going to challenge me, somebody that's going to push me, somebody that's going to support me, but also somebody that's going to understand me. There are all these social constructs, stereotypes when it comes to being in a relationship, right? And so I've had to reinvent or get very creative in the ways that I'm able to express and show my love. When I look back on the moment that I was going through kidney failure, because that was right around the same time that I was starting to become more debilitated. I needed a wheelchair to help me to get around. I was also now introducing the idea of hiring a caregiver to help me with a lot of my basic needs. And so I was very sad and depressed at that time. And ironically, it was during that time period that I met somebody who saw past all of that. I'll never forget, I posted on Snapchat and I was so caught off guard because they had responded saying, "Oh my God, you have the sexiest lips." And I was really taken aback because here I was in a position where I'm going through kidney failure. I hadn't showered in weeks because I was in the hospital. I needed help to do so many basic things, and I'm trying to put together like, is this person really talking to me? How could they possibly think that I'm sexy when I literally have a tube lodged in my throat? Of course, my response was the only way to find out is to put them to the test. Listen, I'm disabled, not dead. I still have feelings, and I really needed that reassurance in that moment because it really helped me to rise above the internal negative thoughts that I was constantly feeding myself at that time. I am currently single. I'm not opposed to being in a relationship, but at the same time, I'm not trying to force it. I don't like dating apps. They're just not really for me. I prefer organic, natural chemistry. I prefer meeting somebody in person and letting it just unfold the way that it's supposed to. If I'm going to be with somebody, it's going to take a very special person to capture my heart. Somebody who is understanding, somebody who is caring, somebody who's funny and supportive and roots for me and wants the best for me, has my best interest at heart. My life now is also very fast paced. I have grown this enormous platform across all social medias where I am now sharing my life in a very intimate and personal way with the world. I am doing speaking presentations and life coaching sessions. I am working on new products and merchandise. And so I need somebody who's going to be accepting all of that and somebody who can keep up, but somebody that also is supportive in all of those endeavors. And yes, there is a lot that is going to be involved if you're in a relationship with me. Even just going on a casual date, I have to go in my conversion van. I have to make sure that my ventilator has enough battery life. And if not, there has to be a plug somewhere in the restaurant that I can hook up to, God forbid, in case of emergency. I need to suction usually before, after meals, sometimes even during. You gotta have a strong stomach for that because sticking a catheter down a hole in my throat and sucking out mucus is not exactly the most ideal dinner conversation. I need help and assistance with cutting up my food. I'm actually now at a point where my arms are so weak that I need to be spoon fed. Sometimes my nose starts running in the middle of the meal and I need help wiping that. And also, when it comes to being intimate, we're going to have to get a little creative. Thankfully, there's a lot of technology out there to help with that. And just, when you really care about somebody, I feel like so many of those things just don't matter as much as we think they do. One question I get a lot is, does it still work? Mom, I'm so sorry, but yes, it does. And I'm very thankful that that is a muscle that has not been affected by my condition. God, please, don't take that one away. I'm also Haitian, Jamaican, French, and American. Do with that what you will. I've been blessed in certain areas, and I'm very grateful for that. Ultimately, yes, my dating life is not the easiest thing in the world. It comes with a lot of nuances, but yes, I do date. Sometimes it does take me a while to get to a place where I am comfortable with a person. And I know that can be hard to believe just because I'm so open, transparent, and vulnerable here on social media. But when it comes to romance, that's when I could be a little bit shy. And I tend to shut down a little bit until I feel safe and I feel like I could trust you. That's when I start to lower my walls little by little and start to let you in. Because again, there is so much that's involved with my lifestyle that I get nervous about pushing people away or scaring them off because it's all just too involved and too intense. But again, going back to what I was saying earlier, I know that for the right person, none of that stuff will matter. And it really is my own issues that I have to work through. I also find it very comforting when I'm with somebody and they reassure me that a lot of those things don't bother them, because usually I can't hide my expression or my feelings. So people can usually tell when I'm in an uncomfortable situation. And so I really appreciate when someone says, hey, listen, that doesn't bother me. Or when they see that I'm struggling to do something and they automatically offer to help. And I can't tell you how many times I've been in a situation where I was so in my head about something, and then either a friend or sometimes even total strangers would just jump right in and help me and made me feel like it was no big deal. That is something that I find so attractive, because we all want to feel safe, and ultimately that's what that does for me. It's so important to take yourself as you are. Don't try and change for anybody. There were so many instances where I was trying to appear less disabled, or I didn't want people to necessarily realize that I needed help with certain things because I thought that that would turn them off or that it would make me look incompetent. And that's just something that I've learned to get over, because listen, if somebody doesn't love and appreciate you for you, your flaws, just the way that you are, then they are not meant for you. And disabled or not, if there's one thing that you take away from this video, I want you to just understand and realize that you are worthy and deserving of love. We all are. And sometimes we are our own biggest roadblock and obstacle when it comes to finding love or a partner. You are perfectly amazing just the way that you are. And the sooner that you realize and believe that, other people will see it and believe it too. Love is a complicated thing all around, but love is patient, love is kind, love is understanding, love is real. And I know that as long as I establish a true, genuine, authentic connection with somebody, the rest doesn't matter. So yeah, I am here, I'm available, I'm on the market. And listen, I don't want my YouTube wives to get offended. I will always have love for you, so don't think that I'm going anywhere. And I have to tell you, I love and appreciate all of your comments where you compliment me and tell me how handsome you think I am, that you love my eyelashes, my beard. The Drake reference always makes me laugh because, listen, I think Drake is fine. He's so good looking, so that's a compliment to say that I look like Drake. And it's really helped me to value myself and see myself in a light that I'm not sure I would have necessarily. Like I said, it's been very challenging to get over a lot of those thoughts and feelings in regards to being handicapped. But if you are interested in dating, man or woman, you know what to do. Hit me up, leave a comment, you can message me privately, and we'll see where things go. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll be able to get in my trach hole and suction me. I really want to thank you guys for watching, but also for allowing me the space to be able to open up about something so personal. I have never really shared this aspect of my life publicly before. I never felt comfortable enough to be able to open up in this way, and so I'm really grateful for you all allowing me the space to do so. It really means a lot to me. New episodes dropping every Thursday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and if you're interested, join my membership, my Boxcar tier membership, for exclusive content, all things Christoph. $2.99. The link to join is in my About section on my homepage right here on my channel, as well as the links to my self-published book, my short documentary, and the GoFundMe to help complete my life dream and mission to finish my full feature. All of those links can be found in the About section of my homepage. Again, I really appreciate all of you, your comments, your support. Please don't hesitate if you have any further questions or anything else that you'd like me to expand on. Leave it in the comments below. Till then, I will see you on the next episode. Thanks, guys. I love you all.